and welcome back to the recipe section. Today I'm going to be making what's now thought of as a classic West African pudding or dessert dish. I'm going to be making mango fool. So first we have a mango. I'm just going to peel one half of the mango. I don't need the peelings, but I do need the flesh. Now, today mango fool really is associated with West Africa, specifically with Ghana. However, fruit fools originated, well, most people at least think that fruit fools originated in England during the Elizabethan period, so around the 1600s. Tart fruits were stewed, so typically this would be rhubarb, plums, especially gooseberries. Gooseberry fool is the most famous for. The fruits were passed through a sieve or a fine cloth to get the juice out. Cream was whipped. The cream was then combined with the fruits to make a dessert. Now this was a dessert for rich people. Basically, the ability to buy fresh cream when you had no refrigeration showed exactly how rich you were. So it was a show-off dish for rich people. After the Elizabethan period, fools kind of died out, but they were revived in the Victorian period. However, when you look back at the historical documents, fools actually probably originated in Wales, my own home country. Originally they were a blend of cream and oats. They were left in a cool place for about an hour, then they were strained. So you had a combination of milk and oat milk. This was thickened, sometimes sweetened with honey, and then blended with stewed or pulverized fruit. That was then served as a dessert. Now, during the days of the British Empire, or I should say, to give it its more accurate name, the Anglo-Scottish Empire, fruit fools were brought into West Africa as a dessert. Now, many West Africans are lactose intolerant, so a fruit fool made from cream is not really suitable. So the advent of custard powder in the late 18th century meant that something new could be done. You could actually make your fruit pulp, combine the fruit pulp with custard made from custard powder. Now, normal custard is made from eggs, milk and vanilla. Again, because of lactose intolerance, the milk is not any good. But custard powder is made from turmeric as the colorant, and corn flour, cornstarch as the thickening agent. No milk involved. Sometimes milk powder can be added. You can also make it with condensed milk, or you can just make it with water. So basically, once you've got your fruit stewed, you can then combine that with the custard. Traditionally is put into mugs or cups. Put it into your mugs or cups. Allow it to cool, and once it's cooled, you decorate it with chopped peanuts. And this is the classic Ghanaian mango fool, which is what I'm making today. So I'm just chopping the flesh here. I want to stew this, so it doesn't matter that it's not tidy and it's a little bit all over the place, because what I'm looking for is the stewed fruit to use as a base for my custard. So let's grab the fruits and put them into a jug. Now I'm adding no sugar to this because the custard itself will be sweet, and mango is also quite sweet. So all I'm going to do when I stew this is to take the mango, combine it with a little water, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons, put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes until the fruit is soft. Then I'll use a hand blender to blend it until smooth. This then becomes the liquid component for my custard. So we'll just chop a little more fruit. Now I'm making the classic mango fool here. You could make it with gooseberries, with strawberries, with raspberries, basically any fruit. Plum fool is also very nice if you have those deep red plums. It gives a fantastic colour and flavour. If you want to be a little more modern, blueberry fool is also very nice. So basically you can use it with any fruit you have at hand. Stone fruits are good. Fruit like tart fruits are also very good for this. I think that's enough mango. I'm only making this for 2 people, so the amount of mango will obviously depend on how many people you're cooking it for. I won't waste the stone. I'm going to eat it myself later. So that's the mango prepared. I just need to stew it now. So I'm going to the microwave. I'll just add 3 tablespoons of water to this, put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes until it's nicely cooked. Then I'll blend it with a stick blender. Then I'll take it back and show you how to make the custard with this. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back. The fruit is stewed now, so it's all ready. And I'm just going to prepare the custard mixture. I want kind of a medium to thick custard, so I'm starting with 3 tablespoons of custard powder. That's the custard powder. Okay. To this I'm adding 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, light brown sugar. I don't want them to make it too sweet, so I think 1 tablespoon is enough. I'll just mix the sugar and cornstarch. Now I'm adding 50 ml of milk. You could add water, you could add orange juice even if you like, but just mix the custard powder into just a little milk first of all. This make sure you have no lumps and that everything is even. Now this is a very important step. Don't miss the corners, especially the ones you can't see. And keep mixing until everything is melted in. Right. So I have 50 ml of milk in here. I need to make it up to a total of 500 ml. So I need 450 ml more. So the first thing I do is add in my mango fruit pulp. As you can see, the mango has cooked down. I'll just let you see here. So this is the mango fruit pulp. You can see now the mango is smooth, it's cooked down, and I've used a stick blender to make sure it's completely smooth. So I'm just making that up to 400 ml with more milk. That's 400 ml. Again, you can use water, you can use fruit juice, you can use whatever you like. So you don't have to use milk. So let's just blend all this together. So this will make my custard to the right consistency. So I'll add that, stirring constantly to my custard. So the custard powder is now flavoured with 1 whole mango. Now, for any milk-based dish, I like to add a little nutmeg. So I'm going to take my fresh nutmeg here, see it there, and just grate it straight into the milk. And I'm going to grate in maybe half the nutmeg. It's a bit of a chefy thing, this, but actually it really does improve the flavour. So that's a relatively decent amount of nutmeg. Again, stir it in. Now, you can cook this in a pan on the hob if you want to, but I'm going to cook mine in the microwave. So I'll take it to the microwave. It'll need 4 to 5 minutes. Basically, I do 1 minute, then 30 seconds until it's reached the right thickness. Once it's done, I'll come back and show you how to serve it out. And we're going to serve it in the traditional way here by pouring it into the mugs, allowing it to cool, and then putting chopped nuts on the top, chopped peanuts. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, the custard is done now. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker than pouring consistency, and that's about right. I want this cold so it'll set in the fridge. As you can see, I've got 2 mugs here, and this is the traditional way of serving it. And I think actually it's rather fantastic. It's a bit rustic, but hey, I think that all adds to the flavour. Now, I do love these kinds of microwave safe pots. It has a nice pouring spout at the end, so we can just take the custard and pour it into the mug. That's one, and go for the second one. I'm not filling quite to the top. There's a little custard left, but as they say, every now and then you can get a chef's favour, so that'll do for me. Okay, this custard is thick enough, so when I put the nuts on top, they'll be fine. So what I'm going to do now is take a knife and very, very coarsely chop these. Basically, you want enough to cover the top and a little to sink in. So when you take a bite of the cold custard, you'll have a nice crunch of the peanuts to accompany. I'm just chopping these so they're not too big, you know, when they go on the spoon. So there we go. Take a handful and put it over the first mug, just like that. And you kind of want to cover the top quite well. Again for the second one. Now both my wife and myself love peanuts, so I'm adding a little bit extra. That's kind of a traditional serving, but if you like them, add them. These will go into the fridge for about 3 hours now, and we'll serve them as dessert after supper. In 3 hours, these will have chilled enough. See, they're quite hot now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave them outside for half an hour just to cool down to room temperature, then I'll put them in the fridge. And in 2.5 hours, it'll be set and cold and chilled and just ready for eating. So there you go, Ghanaian style mango fool. You can substitute any fruit you like. I even like a lemon and lime version, just made from the lemon and lime juice with a little bit of the zest added in. So play with the recipe, it's almost foolproof. And if you don't like milk, you can use fruit juice or you can use water. So it's actually very versatile. So until next time, enjoy your food.